And we're back once again. So, I decided to take a couple days off, first of all, because the first day I was sick, so I just couldn't really record. And then the second day was yesterday. I put together the final mixdown and master for the Gorecore track, and went ahead and submitted it, and decided that was probably a good time to just take a break, do my own thing for a bit, because I'd been going kind of hard for a little while. And so I'm really glad I did. I'm feeling much more recharged now. And today I actually I could have done this for a very long time and just didn't, but I finally went ahead and put together all the tracks that I wrote for the Bullet Heart demo, and released it as an OST, as like an original soundtrack. The original soundtrack for the Bullet Heart demo. And so I put it up on SoundCloud with custom, that's not what I wanted, with custom cover art, and on YouTube with like a custom, not like a visualizer, but with a video that shows like the track list on the side, and which song is currently playing, 56 bells. I think I bought these at 70 something bells, so I'm gonna hold off for now. That's a cactus. MVP. Interesting. I did that, and then I also, for the first time in a very long time, I posted on Twitter and on Instagram. I don't know why I didn't look at that rug. Just announcing that I had put up the OST for the Bullet Heart demo. Playroom rug, that's why. Not that really did much. I don't really have many followers for my music stuff, but it's good to get used to that and get into the habit. And sometimes random social media posts can take off, for whatever reason. So I recorded a little bit of the project file for one of the songs on the soundtrack and just attached that clip to the posts I made on social media and Instagram, so that people could get people just like it wasn't just saying, hey, this is a thing, you probably don't know what it is, but go check it out anyways. And it was like, this is kind of a little taste of what's on the soundtrack, go listen to the rest if you're interested. So yeah, had a lot of fun doing that. It took a lot more time than I thought it would, but it wasn't that bad. Hey, watch it, Speedy. Yeah, I'm not that fast, okay? I'm pretty slow, actually. Alright, I need work. Doesn't your heart just go pitter-pat when you first open a letter from a good friend of yours? Yeah, maybe I should write you a letter. I haven't written a letter in a while. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, I would really like to find some more new bugs to catch today. Oh, and I should go fishing a bit too. Haven't fished in a little while. Think that could be fun. So maybe that's what I'll do today. I'll just go bug catching, go fishing a bit. Yesterday, not just an hour or so before I submitted the Gorecore track for the just the final submission. Chime released a new track, and Chime is an artist that I've followed for a little while at this point. They make color bass and stuff, just, EDM stuff. And I really enjoy it. It's a style I very much like quite a bit. And they posted a new track, like, basically right when I submitted submitted the track for Gorecore, and that was really cool to, finally be able to say, hey, this project is finished. I mean, theoretically, I still don't know if they're going to assign me more tracks to work on or not. So far, I haven't heard word about whether I will. But at least this section of this project is finished for the foreseeable future, and I just get to chill out, have the satisfaction of finishing it and, not needing to worry about it anymore. And I can just listen to this banger new chime track, which it goes crazy hard. It's one of my favorites that they've released in quite a while. So it's very good. I'm very excited about it. I've been like looping it since it dropped. So that's been a lot of fun. I've also, of course, been learning a lot more chess too, to try and keep up with my wife. I learned the London system opening for white, and then for black, I learned the French defense pretty well, and then the Sicilian defense just a little bit. My knowledge is not great on it yet. I still have to practice. I have problems, I think. I always thought, it's just like my entire life, I've always hated playing online games like with strangers, because I'm very introverted and very socially anxious, and I am afraid to interact with strangers, even if it's like over the internet or, like just over text or what have you, in any sort of competitive context, even in like a cooperative context, just in any context where they're expecting something from me, which has made this whole trying to be a freelance artist thing a lot more difficult than I think it would normally be. I mean, everyone has, I'm positive, has problems with that when they first like try to be a freelance anything. But I am my mental health issues, I guess you could say, are particularly poorly suited for something of this nature. But I guess that just goes to show how passionate I am about it, because I'm still powering through and trying to make it a thing. But this all goes to say that I have been wanting to play against like other players on chess.com to practice chess, and I can't, because I'm so afraid of playing against real people. And like, there are options to disable chat and stuff so that they like can't say anything to you. There's no sort of communication between you and them, and for some reason that's still not enough. And I still, like, every time I go to click the button to play a game against a stranger, I still chicken out and like, yeah, I'm just gonna go play against bots for a little bit longer. I don't know what my problem is, but it happens with every game. But I feel like, as far as competitive games go, at least with chess, it really shouldn't be that much of a concern, especially if I turn chat off, because how else are they going to communicate anything to me in terms of, like, just dissatisfaction in my performance or something like that, or just generally being a not great person. And even past that, why should I even care? And yet I do for some reason. So, you know, that kind of blows, but I'm sure it'll get better with time, right? One of these days I'll go onto chess.com and I'll click play and choose 10 minutes or whatever and search for a random opponent, and I'll play them, and we won't exchange a single word, and it'll all go completely fine. And I'll be like, well, why did I ever have problems with this? But that day is not today or yesterday or the day before. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I do think it would be a lot of fun to get into that more, because the kind of getting your elo up, the number go up side of things is something that I have gotten very into in the past. Hey, Savannah? Yeah, Savannah. Yawn. Can I ask you something? Was I sleeping just now? Yes, you were. Oh, I can't believe this, y'all. What's my problem? Yep. Alright, well, glad I could help at least. Did I see a weed? I did see a weed. There we are. What was I saying? Yeah, the number go up thing is something I really like. I played Osu for a very long time because of that reason specifically. Because Osu has its own ranking system, and the more you play and the better you play, the more ranks you can get. And what I found especially addictive, I guess, with Osu was that if you got like a really good play that you tried for a long time to pull off and then finally did, and you got it perfectly, you got like good accuracy, and obviously you full comboed it, because if you didn't, then your score is worthless. After like weeks of trying and like getting sick of the song, and you pull it off, and like normally when you just pull off decent plays playing Osu, like the average amount of like increase in ranks you get is closer to maybe like getting, oops, I didn't expect that, like 20, 50, 100 ranks, something like that. But if you get a really good play that you spent a lot of time trying to get and you pulled off really, really well, then you could get like 5,000 or 10,000 ranks, probably close to like where I was by the time I kind of petered off. It was more like 1,000 or 2,000 was sort of the max I could get from a really good play, just because as you get higher up on the leaderboard, the skill difference between each like individual rank gets slightly larger the further down you go, and so a big play can only take you so far, as opposed to where the skill difference between ranks is like minuscule at the top of the leaderboard. That's not what I wanted. And so a good play could net you like tons of ranks all at once. So yeah, it's already been proven that is like a really good motivating factor for me to continue to get good at a game, not like besides just it being fun, which chess is actually pretty like I don't mean that in a sort of condescending way, as if chess, like, I would never expect a game like chess to be fun. I mean, it doesn't even have parrying, or a dodge roll, or a stamina bar. I mean, like I always knew how to play chess since I was a kid, but I never really knew how to, like, play chess, you know? I knew how all the pieces moved, but I didn't understand how to, like, actually analyze the game and like understand what to do next. I was basically just playing at random. So of course I found it really boring. And so ever since I was a kid, I was like, chess is just kind of boring. And then after chess sort of blew up a little bit, like during the pandemic, I started to learn a little bit more about how it's generally played and sort of what the game is about as you start to learn it and understand it more. And I remember just thinking, I mean, what's even the point if it's a game just about memorization? Like, I don't want to play a game where just the player who can memorize more just wins outright. Because that was kind of what it was presented to me as. And I like games that are more about dynamic reaction and almost like, I haven't put this fossil in the letter. Almost like muscle memory more than just sitting in your room analyzing hundreds and hundreds of chess games that were played in the past, so that when this one specific situation pops up in a game, you can know how to tackle it because you've spent all that time analyzing those games. And it's like, in my mind, I was like, it's not the same as playing the game and building up this like muscle memory and being able to react dynamically. But in a way, it kind of is the same thing. It's just the learning process is different. For a game like Ultra Kill, for example, the learning process is very much just playing the game. There's only so much that you can learn just from like watching other people play the game, that might be nice for absolute beginners, but as you start to get more and more into it, you just have to keep playing the game more and more. And with chess, it's much more it's much more biased to the side of just like of analyzing games, watching other people play and seeing what they do and stuff, from what it seems like. But that doesn't mean there absolutely is no factor, it has nothing to do with playing the game a lot and just getting comfortable with it. That's of course a really, really important factor. And it's sort of like it works in the opposite direction of something like Ultra Kill. Like I said, with Ultra Kill, of an absolute beginner would benefit a lot from watching other people playing the game and like analyzing what those other people are doing when they're playing the game. But with chess, if you're an absolute beginner and you try to analyze like a grandmaster's game, you're not gonna have any idea what's happening or why it's happening. You're just going to look at the moves they make and think, oh, they made that move, I guess that's the right move to make. And then as you start to learn more, you then start to build up that knowledge, and you start to like that inherent knowledge, and then you start to be able to understand the ideas behind what other people are doing when they're playing certain moves and stuff. And that only becomes more powerful. Like, the power of analysis scales exponentially, to me it seems like, with how much you have practiced playing the game. And so it's a lot more of like a balance between the two, I feel like, with chess. Whereas with a lot of modern video games, it's much more just about playing the game a lot. So I guess that's my 2 cents on chess. That's why chess is now my friend. It used to be my enemy, but now we're friends. And it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying my time with it. and it's been very fun to learn about and just get better at. So that's it. I'm gonna go. So I will see you tomorrow.